Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I am reading Justice League vs. Power Rangers, issue number 1. That's not really verses, but it's verses. You know it's verses. They're fighting. They fight in this. Anyway, what happens is we start off with the Power Rangers hanging out in Angel's Grove, and then we come to find out that 36 hours from now, Angel Grove will be an entire crater. So we go back a little bit and see that the Power Rangers are dispersed around the perimeter to look for Alpha, because Zordon is saying that Alpha went to do a perimeter search and then his signal was lost. So the Black Ranger winds up finding him and he brings him back, but it's not actually him. He starts melting and he winds up blowing up because that's what happens with the Power Rangers. So the base is kind of messed up pretty bad. We still don't know where Alpha actually is, but Lord Zed shows up. And then we see later on that as he's fighting them, he winds up teleporting out with Zed, and Zed and a few putties and the Black Ranger himself end up in Gotham City. This is clearly mentioned as an entire other dimension, so it's good. It's not just, oh, they're all on the same plane of existence. No, that's not cool at all, so I'm glad that they did that. Now, I'm going to tell you right off that the time period of this is these are the original Power Rangers, but it also has Tommy in it, but he's in the Green Ranger form, not in the White Ranger form. So, and Lord Zed has already been introduced, so that's about the time frame that this takes place. And as far as the Justice League, it's the modern Justice League, the Rebirth DC universe. So that's exactly where we are in both regards. Now, this comic is written very well. Boom Studios is putting this out, in cooperation with DC Comics, obviously, but it's much better, I would say, than the typical Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because, even just, 2-3 months ago, maybe, I decided to go back and watch that Green with Envy storyline with the original Power Rangers where they introduced Tommy, and, come on, it's really good stuff, but even that one, the best storyline that they've ever had, it's a kind of, it's written for kids. Now, this is very family friendly, this comic is, but it's not written in the typical Mighty Morphin Power Rangers way. They're actually intelligent. They're actually really funny. There's a couple of really good jokes in here, including at the end where Flash is calling in for the rest of the Justice League at the Watchtower and say, I don't know how to explain this, but Batman's been taken away by a flying pink dinosaur robot. That's just one of the many jokes that are in here. And it's not a joking comic, but, it's a good comic. There's just really good writing in this. Yeah, I have to give it to Tom Taylor. He actually did a great job writing this. Guys, as much as I didn't want to, after reading this, I've got to give this an A-. This is just such a good comic. I'm hoping that, it's very bubblegum, make no mistake. Everything about it is exactly like paint by numbers. You're literally just, exactly what's going to happen next, but it's the application, the way they actually do it that makes it work. So, again, very family friendly. I think that even the adults are going to like this. I liked, for crying out loud. I would recommend this so far. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.